The momentum is tilted towards China.
Yes, and it's going to require something really special now from the Korean women to bounce back here. And the next match is between Lee Yun-hye and Wang Yidi. And for Republic of Korea to stay alive, Lee Yun-hye has got to produce something really special. It's not going to be easy, of course.
No, nothing is easy when you're playing and defending yourself against the world's best. Nothing is easy. They keep switching the players. They don't focus so much on the ranking though, but they keep switching and rotating the players and make them ready for critical matches. Now, Wang Yi versus Lee. And here, this is crowd cheering for Ankur Bhattacharya there.
Yes, an energetic encounter. It's already 7 apiece between Chon Jong-bom and Ankur Bhattacharya.
It's 7-all.
Yes.
Right now, though Ankur was leading, but Chon has no effect of crowd on him.
Chon has shown remarkable skills. The 20-year-old there, playing his first big tournament.
Yes, Ankur in his element there, pushing him to play more mind and aggression both together. It's an international stage.
Meanwhile, just having a look at these two players, that's Wang Yidi on your screen. That was earlier. Now that's Lee Yun-hye on your screen, 30-year-old, who's ranked 40th in the world. On the other side, it's Wang Yidi of China. She is 28 years old and she is currently ranked 5th in the world. These two have never played each other, so it's the first time that they will face each other at the highest level of table tennis.
I love always the sound of a ball, and the practice is so awesome. You're in the crowd, Ankur Bhattacharya leading by 2 points with 10-8 there. Definitely a good moment, a bang of the buck for the time they have spent. And yes, he has got the first game in style with that banana flick onto forehand.
Well, it's a start here now, and a good start for Lee, pushing on towards Wang's forehand. Going to be Lee now to serve yet again. A high toss, very high toss. We've seen quite a few of those through this tournament. Quick rallies, a good start. It's 2-0 up now for Lee. So a positive start for Korea in this game.
Quite a different style of serve here by Lee. Creating a lot of spin using the gravity. On to that knee attack by Wang here.
Yes, Wang is obviously Wang Yidi is number 5 in the world. Has won a few titles over the last few years.
Oh, she went on to the forehand. It was a beautiful block. Ball had so much of a flighted spin. Wang just completely.
When you actually look at the Chinese women's table tennis team, then they've got all the top 5 ranked players in their squad. But for this match, they haven't opted for Wen Jinkong and Kuai Man, who are ranked 3 and 4. So they've gone directly for the rank number 5. Well, when you've got so many choices, it of course makes it difficult for you, isn't it?
I would say not. I would say that they have a difficult choice. They have an easy choice. They want to make the players ready for the difficult situations rather. Yes, of course, they want to always go back with the gold medal, but they also prepare the other players and put pressure of gold there. Yesterday we could see Lin Chigong opening up, well defended by Liam Dinkan in the men's match. Here, that could be the strategy to make the third player ready.
Oh, absolutely. And you need to make that next line of players ready as well. And that is why the Chinese system is so far ahead of everyone else. It's not just about winning the medals, but it's also about creating that flow of players who keep continuing that momentum and get that success at the highest level. And how does it happen? You keep giving them opportunities.
Absolutely. And they also need to see that the more the confidence comes up, they also challenge each other in the larger tournaments they had. And you can only get the confidence and courage up when you play against the other country's higher ranked player. Oh, Wang Yidi didn't let ball pass through. She was shielding it. She was guarding it. She was guarding the fortress completely. Lee tried everything. She's talking to herself. Forget about the rally. Come back here. You would get your openings right. One more point here for Wang. Missed out at backhand.
Now moves ahead there, Wang Yidi at 7.
An apology issued by Wang here for that slow spinny receive she did. Language only players can understand. Lee consoling herself. It's okay. You were leading there. Now it's Wang's service. Unlike Lee, Wang doesn't toss the ball much for her highter services. You can keep keeping very close, tight control over the spin and the length. A bit of a surprise she generates with the thump she does. Yes, in the technique it matters a lot that you would have less surprise when you are actually watching.
I'm just telling all our viewers that whenever you hear a roar, then that means that Ankur has scored a point on the other table. Indian match going on there. How pacey was that? And ultimately the net also played its part role there, right?
Absolutely, net certainly played a part. Wang wanted to first kill that cross ball with the backhand, but feel that she was not in well position and in the mindset to kill it, so she placed it. It's a good way, even though she didn't get the point. But that was okay. She didn't want to play rash, because playing rash can actually disturb your mind and break the rhythm.
It's gone off the net.
So sometime even if you lose the point, you actually don't lose on to the mind that you have, and that is more important. With this, 8 all, mind it. Lee is fighting back.
Well, I love the way you said mind it, just like an Indian film lead character. It's interesting that you've got two players who are world number one, world number two. They have really brought in a lot of success for China. That's gone a little bit out, and there's a difference in between them. When Wang's got the game pointer, there's a bit of a difference, and I was looking at their records. Like the other three players now, keep aside players at the top, okay? Like, for example, Sun Ying-sha, Wang Manyu, Olympic medalists themselves. Chen Xington, Kuai Man, Wang Yi don't have Olympic medals, but they have still managed to make a mark in other events, and now making a mark right now. Wang Yi having won that first game 11-8.
11-8 on the other table. Bit of a change in the tail here for Indian fans. Uncle lost the second game at 11-7.
Now the Korean coach just indicating, you can read the body language now right through. If we had the mics there, we wouldn't have been able to understand since we aren't well versed in the Korean language. But what do you think must be the message? Looking at the body language and the action.
Looks like that what she's saying is that when you're pushing Wang Yi with that sharp backhand onto the extreme, why don't you push it in the center as well? Don't play on the same place, because Wang Yi, Sun Ying-sha, they all play together. They are very, very sharp with their backhand. So make them move a little bit and then make a room for yourself and go for forehand. Smile on Wang Yi's face. Manu face, sorry. She's done her job there.
I've got a question for you, Sachin. Now, in tennis and other sports, we've seen often when coaches or players talk to one another in breaks, they would cover their mouth because they don't want anyone to beat them and everything. I don't see the table tennis fraternity do that, ever.
You mean to say they don't express much? They express a lot when they are behind?
No, they aren't concealing what they're expressing, because the others are concealing in the other sports because they don't want the other team to know in case someone's watching. How pacey! And it was great, and ultimately Lee got that point.
Yes, the point is while we are seeing the expression there, but right now the focus of the player is only with the coach, and you only have a minute. So either you focus on to different players, Mario around, razzmatazz around, blitz around, roar around, or you focus on the point on your business. So I would rather, that's the reason, they're minding their own business, they don't worry about the expression, and that's why the timeouts are there for.
That's taken a top edge, and that's gone way out.
The way it went out, I saw that there's a ball boy running out there for the catch. Obviously a cricket, any player, it doesn't matter what sport they play, they would always love to play a little bit of a cricket there, catch the ball.
How good! Look at that, it was on the backhand, and then ultimately on the forehand. Good switch.
Yes, absolutely, and Lee and Wang are playing the same game with each other. That's what the coach of Lee was guiding her. Displace her onto the backhand and then forehand, but this time Wang could read it. She was far more speedy than Lee.
What did you make of that serve? Was it a little bit more explosive? Yes, it didn't quite work, but just pressing her body in that serve.
So she pressed the body, but I guess she wanted to, the length was not perfect go. It lost the rhythm. And that's why Lee turned around and hit that ball. Had the service be a little shorter, there was chance that she could slow down Lee. He waited, Wang waited, and then came heavy loaded backhand there. And you could see, I'm seeing at the back, Sunny and Shah has already changed her clothes. They know the result. And that's the confidence they have. She's wearing a white t-shirt right now, and backing herself. They know the result. That's the kind of confidence you carry on your teammates. When you're the world's best, that's also shows there. And the show is right now being dictated by Wang Yi with 6-2 lead.
Yes, just having that third point there, though, lead. Onto the net. What a return. Yet again, on the backhand. Now, she may have been told to focus on the backhand, but right now, because the backhand was so good, Lee didn't have the room or the window of opportunity to maybe push her on the forehand and change the proceedings.
Oh, Lee was completely not in position. She wanted to go for a finish down the line. But it was a beautiful reading Wang Yi had done. She beautifully read in between the lines
And this,
pushed Lee back
and this is now a significant lead here. It's 9-3. And make that 10-3. She's got game points. So she's well poised to go 2-0 up. When compared to the first two matches, Sachin, now Wang Yi seems to be in a lot more control and more formidable in this one.
obviously, and obviously you are more competitive than we saw that Sunny and Shah was up, and the third game, the way we saw that Korean player came up with that kind of a precision and confidence. Yubin was completely confident there. You could see the rhythm of the best of the best being broken there. But obviously, look at this. Wang Yi completely dominating there. You're winning that point, and with that point, now she's leading by 2-0, inching towards the victory. Beautiful gameplay by her. The way she was arrogant in her backhand there.
Well, it was quite comprehensive in the end. 11-4, Wang Yi just managing to win that one. Now the Korean coach, look at this, Sachin. As you can see, the Korean coach still passing on her tips. They are up against it. Really, what can you do in such a situation?
Slow down the player and go for more power attacks. Go for more power attacks there when you can displace, because you can't win. You can't just win on speed. You got to change your mind. You got to change your rhythm so that you can displace. So nothing much can't be done. But yes, at this point of time, your self-confidence matters a lot. When you're down by 2-0 and the second game, you saw with the power back in the way Wang Yi dictated, she said that I'm up just for 3-0. Bring it on, whatever you have.
And Wang Yi now is going to face, and she is up 2-0, and China have the opportunity to now win this match completely. But it starts off with a point to lead.
Yes, this is where we got to take a little more charge, that can a slight change you can bring in on every point. Don't give them confidence, giving them the same speedy ball. Look at this, good placement done.
Very good placement.
Wang Yi was expecting a ball onto the backhand, and you have to bring these kind of little surprises there to be in the right position.
Well, that loud roll from here again. From the other table, the Indian match is going on against TPR Korea, the men's competition, that is.
quite a speedy rally it was. Wangidi with a beautiful shot, cut through score.
Just as an update, in the Indian game, Ankur Bhattacharjee has won that third game over there. So it's going to go into the fourth game against Won Jong Goff, coming back here.
Quite a footwork there by Lee. The second ball she blocked of Wangidi, which she wanted to surprise her onto the back end. Looks like that she well covered up. Finally, taking a 2-point lead against Wangidi.
2-point lead, an early advantage, already leading this match 2-0.
Oh, that was quite a stretch for the power backhand by Wangidi. What a power show there. Lee is equally confident there with her power strokes, and that's what I'm observing, that unlike Rubin, the other two players is far more stronger onto the backhand. The play styling is very, very lethal.
Taken the lead now, Lee. It's 4-2.
Oh, that was a spinny parabola banana by Lee, and that's a surprise. He brought in for Wangidi. He was expecting a ball there. The surprise.
So there's a surprise.
Oh, she wanted. She was beautifully changing the rhythm with that forehand. Wrong. She went wrong with the timing of it. Timing matters a lot. Time is precious in table tennis. Ready, absolutely ready in the center. Look at Lee, she's consoling herself. You were right, you were there. Now, just taking a timeout.
Well, an important juncture to take a timeout, because at this moment you could sense that it was Wang Yidi who's just kind of bouncing back, and also the fact that she's 2-0 up, so you want to break that momentum as well. Maybe if Korea have to sneak in here, then this could possibly be the opportunity, and coach also seems to have spotted something indicating the backhand and now the forehand. Sachin, I'm going to leave you to it. Read that body language for me.
She is asking her to make a room for herself whenever you are going for a slower toss spin. The ball is also coming slow from the Wangidi. You have got a nanosecond to stitch, because you cannot shoot when the ball is with the equal speed there. So you are using a right strategy, that when you're slowing her, go for a more forehand control. That's something what I could see from the body language there.
Well, the Chinese coach generally doesn't give much away when he is there. You don't see those big gestures, and when you've got players of this quality also, it's not often that you have to say something to them.
Obviously, they all need guidance, because they don't take any player lightly. They only take one thing seriously, that's a gold medal and performance of the players. So of course.
But that is the great thing about China, right? They've got their sets, or rather they've got their eyes set really high.
This time, look at this. What Wangidi was doing. Exactly. That's what even the Chinese coach said. Don't go for speed all the time. You also surprise her. She's trying to break your rhythm with that spinnier backhand, with your spinnier banana.
This was about actually Wang's consistency more than anything else. You could see that she was blocking and she was the one actually creating that rally.
Yes, if you could see that it was a long deep push Lee had done, and Wong was not in position, but the way she controlled with that loose topspin. See, they are playing far more slower game in first 3 balls right now. Unlike the first 2 games, maybe the second game something was Wang was playing. Lee could see that she slowed down the spin. She's pushing her. Go for a punch attack onto the 3rd and 4th ball. I would love to put a neural link there that Elon Musk has made so that I can understand that what their mind is thinking.
Don't put one on me, that's all I'll tell you. I don't want you to know what I'm thinking. That's a great one of India's big management universities once approached a sports person and they told him that they wanted to study his brain and they wanted to, stick some things to his head and look at his thought process, and he just laughed at that.
Yes, absolutely. Lee wanted to go for a skinnier winner against Wong.
Yes, and
Couldn't execute it. Was a bit out of position.
but the idea was right. The idea to do that was right because the spot was open. It just flicked the net and it went out.
Yes, absolutely. The idea is to don't give overspeed to Chinese player. They are the fastest.
I know a lot of coaches and players around the world in press conferences saying that follow the process, but it may sound as if it's only an innocuous statement. It's not. It is the reality. And if you want to look at someone following the process, don't look beyond the Chinese national table tennis setup, because everywhere they are only following the process, and which is why they have so much success. They follow the process in the minutest of moments of a game.
Oh, again, Lee is disappointed. She's pushing herself. Why don't you go a little forward? You're just standing there. Push forward. Push as much as you can. Lee to serve. A bit of luck here. Quality note by Lee.
The semi-finals are going on and China are on the cusp of making it to the finals in the women's event. All the world-class players descending upon Bhubaneswar. Well, it's ultimately a game point for Lee, and she's got a chance to hold us on a little longer in this match, hold China a little longer.
Maggie Lee to serve. We definitely want to finish it. Okay. She said, we prepare for these kind of things. We go for these kind of lot more simulation training to finish off things. Even if we are down in the final game, we practice it hard enough with these high-level simulating points. And now the lead is equalized, then all.
Yes, and some youngsters have turned up here to watch the action here at the Kalinga Stadium, and Wang has got match point. He went for the big booming forehand, but it's hit the top of the net and that's gone. These matches coming to you from Bhubaneswar. Government of Odisha has done fantastic work in terms of making this facility and for giving fans the opportunity to watch this. China are through. It was never in doubt, was it? They are now going to go into the finals of the women's team event here at the 2028 Asian Table Tennis Team Championship Bhubaneswar. Wang Yidi. It's the only one though in the Chinese team today who hasn't dropped a game. But overall,
Yes, absolutely. Complete domination out there. You could see that Sun Shah already packed up, wrapped up, preparing for finals. Let's come back to again defend our title. So we could see there's a wrapping up table number 1 and action that is still going on in the stadium. Indians are cheering up for Ankur Bhattacharya ji. He's leading in the 5th game by 1 point with 2-1.
yes, it's quite an action-packed day here because it's the semi-finals classification matches. Look at the umpires; they're also ready for this. Dressed up very well in their new waistcoat. Sachin, I think we can go and ask them for one piece for us as well.
Absolutely, I would love to have that. But of course, when I saw them in the morning, the touch of this material was so beautiful. Love to have that one.
A bit of exchange of pleasantries between the two teams, of course. And don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, because in about 45 minutes from now, which will be 12:30 Indian Standard Time, we will be back with the second semi-final. Is going to be between Japan and Singapore. So don't go anywhere. We will be back. So just pin the stream.
Read more about table tennis on my blog, pingsunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video.